Okay, everybody, hi, and welcome to Game 2 in this best of two match between Fenrir's Chosen and Loganville Imps. Unfortunately for Game 1, I forgot to hit the stream button, so we missed Game 1, forgot to record it. We're going to have to start with Game 2. So, let's load out onto the Rift for some Game 2 action. Game 2, we're going to have Fenrir's Chosen in blue, and then we're going to have the Loganville Imps in red. One moment as we set up and load out onto the Rift. Alright, in the top lane, we have Mordekaiser versus Maokai. In the jungle, we have Nunu versus Amumu. In mid lane, we have Lilia versus Lee Sin. And then in the bot lane, we have Ezreal and Lux versus Misfortune and Yumi. Alright, we're going to run out onto the Rift here. It looks like the red team is going to go ahead and... Ooh, they're going to do an invade, I think. Oh, they're all coming in. There's no lookout for the blue team. They don't know a whole lot of what's going on. Lilia sees it. She pings it, but the blue team isn't leaving. Oh, it's a 5v3 right now as Lee Sin comes in. Ezreal does some damage. Lux has gotten low. She has to flash. Heal has to be used. The blue team... Oh no, Lilia gets caught. Damage is done from the Amumu. And first blood goes to Misfortune. The blue team did know the red team was there because Lilia saw it, but I guess they didn't think that they would all get taken out. And those were a lot of summoners blown. Alright, all blue team lost was an ignite. Ezreal, meanwhile, looks like he ran too close to the sun, and he gets taken down by the Yumi. Whew. Blast Cone is going to keep poor Lux in danger as she also goes down. This time she goes down to the Maokai. Coming in one at a time is probably not the best plan there, as it looks like red team is just picking cherries off the tree, taking them out one by one. Now Maokai is going to go ahead and use his teleport to join the top portion of the map and catch that wave. Ezreal walks over a ward and he is going to get taken down as the heal and level 2 keep the Amumu very safe. As again, red side is wandering in one at a time, and that's caused them nothing but grief. So, we have the 1v2, now there, level 2 fight from the Lilia and the Lee Sin. Lilia is doing some damage here to Lee Sin in the middle of the lane. Lee Sin is returning back fire as he comes in on the minion. In the top lane, Maokai is working against the Malphite. And he has to push him out of the lane as he is currently a level up. The level 2 power spike is something that needs to be respected in all lanes. So in the middle of the map, it looks like Lilia is doing some good trades here to Lee Sin. They are both level 3 at this point. Lee Sin does some damage to her, jumps back in. Lilia does some return damage. Oh, it was close, but Lilia got him in the 1v1. So that is now 1-4 in favor of red side. If you look at your scoreboard, you'll notice that the Yumi is 2-0-2. She has 150 gold bounty. Now, the problem with Yumi having a bounty for the blue side is Yumi usually does not leave the person she's attached to unless she attaches to someone else. Now, for those of you who've never seen a Yumi, Yumi is untargetable while she is attached to another champion. So therefore, it's pretty hard to claim a bounty when you can't even target the person. Karthus ultimates will miss her, Ez ult will miss her the whole time that she is on somebody else. So that bounty is going to sit there for a while and just kind of hang out and gain interest. Nunu tried to steal the scuttle buff from Lee Sin, but Lee Sin beat him to it and is escorting him out of the lane as the minion wave crashes into the turret for the blue side. On the bottom of the map, Lux and Ezreal here. Gonna just run around back and forth. As looks like Ezreal's going to do firing parting shot on her. Lux throws her snare, but there's no follow through yet as level 3 beats level 2. On the top portion of the map, it is 17 to 12 as far as CS goes. In the jungle, it is 16 to 20. In the mid lane, it is 14 to 31. In the bot lane, it is 17 to 18, and then 1 to 0. But again, the supports don't really count as far as that goes. Alright, looks like Lilia is doing some damage there to Lee Sin, but Lee Sin looks like he is going to roam now to the top portion of the map, as Ezreal just missed the back by misfortune. So now Ezreal is going to be able to clean up that bottom portion of the map. Mordekaiser is pushing the Maokai in. Looks like both of those champions about to hit level 6, but here comes Lee Sin, forcing the good flash there from the Mordekaiser, but a flash down for nothing is a flash down. Now, if he was looking at his minimap, Lee Sin walked over 2 points of vision, but Mordekaiser did not see it, as he was very busy on pushing the Malphite in. Maybe this time he'll see the next game. So Lilia is going to go ahead and wander towards the middle portion of the map, throws down some vision for her team as she hops back to lane. Lee Sin is level 5, as is Lilia here. Oh, Lee Sin just hit level 6. He has his ultimate. Lilia needs to respect that as damage is being thrown. Lilia almost has him, but she gets kicked into the wall. Lilia goes down in the 1v1 in the middle portion of the map. Alright, blue team has secured the dragon, as now they need to run before the red team tries to finish them off. Never mind, looks like Nunu wants this fight here in the bottom portion of the map. Snowball hits the wall and just misses connecting. Looks like the red team is going to get away. Here comes Lux looking for the snare. Damage is being done to Misfortune. She gets away as Yuumi heals her, keep her nice and safe. Meanwhile, here comes the Mumu as Nunu overextended a little bit almost. He is able to get away from that. They are safe this time, but we'll see what happens next time. Alright, so Mordekaiser looks like he's going to back on the top portion of the map. Blue team has pinged out that they see Amumu, so Lilia does have the knowledge where Amumu is currently located. As Ezreal is underneath his turret, Misfortune is taking some turret shots. Oh! The Yuumi keeps her safe along with the summoner heal. Misfortune is coming back with the Mumu. Mumu goes a bandit trap over the wall. Ezreal goes down. He didn't see the Mumu coming back, as now Yuumi is on the mummy. Lee Sin comes in doing some damage to Lilia, as Nunu did not see a Mumu there. Nunu is running to the turret for help. He's trying to work on Misfortune, but there's not enough damage there, as Nunu is trying to get away so that he does not become another statistic to the red team's onslaught. Never mind, Lee Sin says add me to the scoreboard for me as he takes out the enemy jungler. Lilia has roamed down to match her opponent, but Lux is in a bad situation here as she is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Meanwhile, Ezreal does not see the Mumu. The bandage toss just misses the Lilia as Lux gets a root on him, but they're not sure he's there. Lilia just misses her orb there, trying to put him to sleep, and Mumu's gonna take his kitty cat and walk on home as they now head into the jungle to farm some camps. Meanwhile, the top portion of the map, the top lane is doing what top lane does, and they are just farming up their lanes respectively, getting some CS there, working on the minion kill count, just hanging out, doing what top laners do. Lee Sin takes the turret shot, but gets the minions for his troubles. Lilia is going to go ahead and try to make him regret taking that turret shot. As she comes in, she's got her ultimate. Lee Sin hits her. Lilia puts him to sleep, and she gets behind him there. Damage is being done. Both people in the mid lane. Flash has to be done by Lilia to stay alive. Considering the health that they started with, it looks like Lee Sin got the better end of that, even though they were both forced to use their respective flashes. Mordekaiser is hitting on a minion that cannot be killed quite yet because it was being teleported on by the Malphite. Malphite uses his ultimate there. Nunu uses his ultimate on the bottom portion of the map. Ezreal is forced to flash away as Lux throws a root on him. Meanwhile, back in the middle portion of the map, it is a 1-for-1 as both Nico and Lee Sin go down. On the bottom portion of the map, Lux got taken out by a Mumu. On the top portion, Nunu did a great gank there on the Malphite. Damage is being done on all portions of the map as everybody is coming to blows back and forth as these teams are fighting for this last game 2 here. Miss Fortune is working on these minions on the bottom portion of the map, doing what she can to push them back as the top laner and jungler are working on the Shelly. That will be their reward for taking out the Malphite. Ezreal dodges the Miss Fortune ult. Miss Fortune is very low, and Ez ult might finish her. Never mind. The heal from the Yuumi is going to keep her nice and healthy. Meanwhile, we have a return of the mid laners as Lilia is working to try to keep the Lee Sin away from that turret, away from those turret platings. Lilia's letting him take a free turret shot as Mumu shows up underneath her. Top lane is working together, trying to push the Malphite back in their lane, pushing him back to the turret, maybe trying to take some of that turret plating for themselves. Mumu is going to pat around to the bottom portion of the map. He took the long way around, but the blue side should know he's there because Lilia just saw him by the turrets here, so they should know that a Mumu's there, and they may or may not overextend. Let's see how Mumu tries to play it. Ezreal comes off the bottom portion of the map. Lux is very low. She does not respect the damage potential from the Mumu. Mumu comes from behind, misses the bandage trap, and now they're in trouble as Lee Sin is going to clear the ward there on the top portion of the map. Lux is still low. Mumu is coming through with a bandage toss. Ezreal is trying to secure his teammate, but Lux goes down. Smite is done to the Ezreal as Ezreal now gets bandage tossed underneath the turret. Damage to Ezreal is not enough to deter him, and he takes out the Amumu with an ult and a well-placed Q. Lee Sin has shown up to the bottom portion of the map, and Ezreal can now see what type of trouble he's in. He doesn't have his ultimate as Yuumi goes in onto the mid laner. Damage is done by Miss Fortune. The heal comes in to save Miss Fortune as the Yuumi was there too, and now Miss Fortune has a bounty. Meanwhile, the blue team is back on the top portion of the map working on that Malphite. Damage is being done to him. Nunu ultimate slow, bringing him back in with the Mordekaiser ability to bring Malphite back in. I was waiting for all of these like summoner names to tongue tie me, and it finally happened. Gonna go ahead and pop Shelly on the top portion of the map. Will it be enough to take this turret out and give them their desired first turret goal? No, the turret does not go down yet, but Nunu is going to have to run from the Mumu as Mumu ultimate, taking out the Nunu first, and now the Mordekaiser's in trouble. He's gonna ult and goes down. A lot of excitement here on Summoner's Rift for Game 2. These two teams are definitely making it a match to watch. Let's take a quick count at the CS between the champions. On the top lane, it's 64-48. In the jungle, it's 47-64. In the mid lane, it is 58-98. Oh, look at this. Nico's not going to make it from this one. Oh, she gets taken down. If the sleep would have hit a little sooner, that turret may have finished off the Lee Sin. That was very close between these two champions. Alright, the CS in the bottom lane is 49-72. And the CS is 4-0. Oh, damage is being done here. Lee Sin is trying to get away. Nunu is chasing. Does he have a snowball to get him? Looks like Lee Sin is running for his life here. Mordekaiser's coming down to cut him off. But here comes Nunu. Lee Sin gets taken down. But they see the mummy who's taking plenty of turret shots. Mordekaiser is going for his prize of the mummy. But the mummy's going to bounce over the wall and use that blast cone to get to safety. But Mordekaiser is not done chasing as he keeps going. Here comes Nunu with a snowball. Mordekaiser tries to pull him back, but he misses as Nunu jukes and weaves and dodges back to the safety of the jungle where the junglers roam. Alright, now, into the other portion of the map, it looks like Lilia has taken up the chase onto the Moo, as Moo is still running in the jungle, moving around. Here comes the Misfortune and the Yumi. It is going to be enough there, as now Moo is much braver, much healthier, and their prize is going to be this dragon. Oh no, it looks like Nunu's going to get ulted. Here comes Lilia. Lilia's not going to be able to save her Moo as Ezreal and Lux have shown up from the bottom portion of the map. We're going to have the Yumi empowering and speeding up the Moo. Meanwhile, Lux is too far out as Lee Sin shows up. Damage is being done across the red buff here. Top side is farming. Lee Sin is chasing. Ezreal is trying to get away, looking for a turret of safety. Lee Sin hits him, goes underneath the turret, does his combo. Lee Sin takes out the Ezreal. Top portion of the map. Malzahar looks like he's getting the advantage there on the... Sorry, Maokai is getting the advantage there on the Mordekaiser as ultimates are thrown from the champions here. Running back and forth, trying to get away. He's stuck in the rift with him. Another few hits as Mordekaiser is forced to chase him. And Maokai gets away with a flash. Whew. Some big juggernaut trades there on the top portion of the map. Meanwhile, Lilia's going to clear away the Vision Ward in her map. As Mordekaiser, nope, never mind. He doesn't want to back. I thought he was going to back on the ward, but he decided, nah, we'll stay and get some more minions. Meanwhile, in the middle portion of the map, Lilia looks like she might escape. She does. She escapes the onslaught of the Lee Sin, drinking her potions, using her ultimate, but an escape is an escape, and Lilia will live to fight another day. Meanwhile, in the top lane, here comes Nunu working on that Maokai. I don't think it's going to be a good call because his top laner does not have the health to support this dive. Meanwhile, Lux is going to go ahead and try to escape from the Lee Sin. Lee Sin kicks her away. Damage is being done to the Ezreal. Lee Sin takes a few turret shots, but it's not enough to deter him as he throws an ability and it lands on the Lilia. Meanwhile, we have three people fighting in between the turrets as Lee Sin and Lilia look to come to blows back and forth. Lilia hits the Amumu. Amumu, though, is empowered by the Yumi. There's not going to be a lot done here as there is still a turret, and fighting in between two turrets is very dicey here as Mumu, Yumi, and Misfortune walk around to the front and decide that they are not going to go in and engage this fight. On the bottom portion of the map, Misfortune has rejoined her lane. However, it looks like the Ezreal and the Lux don't really want to fight it, as Lee Sin is coming around the back portion of the map. It has been pinged out that Lee Sin is coming, and it looks like Lux and Ezreal may make it out in time. Ezreal decides to back, Lux decides to back, but it's a very late back from both of these champions now, as Lee Sin takes out one. He works on the second one. Lux tries to get away. Double kill for the Lee Sin. Meanwhile, the top portion of the map, Yumi is trying to keep him alive and healthy, but he goes down without more of a whimper there. Amumu gets taken down. Lilia is working on the Yumi. Can she catch the Yumi? No, she decides that is not the fight that she wants. She backs away. As here comes Nunu. Nunu starts working on the Yumi. Yumi gets taken down. Can she jump? No, she does not make it onto the Lee Sin. Lee Sin is chasing the Lilia. Nunu is chasing the Lee Sin. Lee Sin hits the Lilia, gets put to sleep. Ezreal ult just barely misses. Lilia comes in for her kill, and the kill goes to Lilia as Lilia takes out the Lee Sin for the middle portion of the map. That is a lot of trade damage from both of these champions here in the middle and jungle portions of our map. Oh, that's who picked up Shelly. Looks like in all the chaos, Lilia picked up Shelly, and she has the empowered back. I wonder what lane she is going to pop the ability in. If she doesn't use it in time, it will simply go away, and it will be a wasted ability on her part, but they can use it to get some good gold. So now Misfortune has rotated to the middle portion of the map, along with the Ezreal. This Fortune is going to make short work of that turret.
Turret has been destroyed.
And that is the first turret down, ladies and gentlemen. After 19 almost long minutes, the first turret goes down. Second turret goes down on the top portion of the map. Ezreal is trying to push the Misfortune back. We have ourselves some calm before the storm, and speaking of the storm, here we go. Amumu is fighting the 1v1 right now with the Mordekaiser. It's not a 1v1 any longer, as here comes both Lilia and Maokai. Damage is being done to Lilia and to the Nunu. And, sorry, the Mumu. Mumu is going to go down. Mumu goes down. Mordekaiser just barely on his feet, but he goes down. Maokai goes down to the Mordekaiser. Lux misses her ultimate. Lee Sin is stunned for a little bit. He gets hit up by the Nunu. Nunu gets kicked back. Ezreal gets taken out as Nunu tries again to work with the Lee Sin. Throws his ultimate down. Damage is being done. It's not quite enough as he is still on his feet. Double kill now for that. Just keeping himself alive. Oh, he goes down. That was almost a triple to the Lee Sin in a 1v3. That was a very dangerous gambit there by the red side. Lilia has not chosen to use the ability that she has. It is down to 25% of its duration left. If she does not use Shelly in that time frame, it will go away. Let's see where she decides to pop it, if she decides to pop it. There is currently a Drake up, and looks like Mumu is making a beeline for that Drake. Mumu has gone for the blue Drake and the ocean Drake. Blue team knows he's there. Teleport done to try to protect the Drake. And now we have a fight here in the river. It looks like red team is pinging that they want the Drake. They don't want to just let it go. As now we have 3 members of blue side on it. Here comes Mumu. Mumu throws his ultimate, sending all 3 members. Misfortune comes around the corner. Nunu secures the dragon. Mumu goes down. Mordekaiser goes down to the Yuumi. Lee Sin is back behind them as Ezreal is trying to get away for his life. Trying not to get hit, but Lee Sin catches them anyway. Ezreal goes down. Nunu has walked the wrong way home today as Lee Sin is looking for his lunch money, working to take him down, chasing him down. Nunu's not going to be able to get away from this one. He gets kicked and goes down. Lilia decides to pop Shelly in the top portion of the map. It's going to be a long walk before Shelly finds something to hit, but a tier 2 turret is a good prize. Meanwhile, the other members of the red side are coming up. They are pinging that they want to fight this Lilia. Lilia must have a sixth sense about her or seen them come up through the middle of the map, as she has decided that this is not where she wants to be. Now, since Shelly had to walk so far away, Shelly may not get a hit off. Oh! Just barely got a hit, as red team has decided they would rather have Baron this time. So they are working here on this Baron. They have been spotted out. Mordekaiser goes in and gets taken out. Will it be enough though to stop the red team from getting Baron? Blue team knows they're there. Ezreal's ultimate's not up. Lux's is, but she's way too far away. Oh! Ezreal threw his ultimate, didn't get the kill on it. He was able to secure an assist for his team though on the Baron. So now red team has a Baron, and now Ezreal and Lux get caught in the Mumu's ultimate. Mumu continues his assault onto the Ezreal. Ezreal goes down in the jungle. Nunu gets taken down by the Lee Sin. Malphite is chasing the Lilia hard as Lee Sin decides he'd rather have the blue buff, as Lilia is going to make it away with her life and escape without losing too much more there from that. So, looks like red team is going to go back to base with their Baron empowered recalls, spend some of that well-earned gold. Blue team has lost their turret in the middle portion of the map. That is another turret down. So that is 2 turrets down in the middle portion of the map for the blue team. 1 turret down on the top portion of the map for the red team. it is 2 dragons on blue side to 1 dragon on red side. The blue team is down 9k gold plus. Red team is up 16 kills. Mordekaiser is coming to try to take off this misfortune in a 2v1 as he does not have the Baron buff. It's going to be interesting here. He throws his ultimate to make her fight him in the 1v1. Yumi was coming to help, but she didn't quite get there in time. Now it looks like 4 members are going to go on that poor little kitty cat as she is trying to run, but she does not make her moo-moo in time. Meanwhile, Lee Sin is coming around for the flank. Looks like he's going to try to get some damage in here as he goes straight into this. Moo comes in for his ultimate. Looks like he's coming back around. Mordekaiser gets taken down. Moo gets taken down. Lux gets taken down. Lee Sin is looking for his next target as he turns onto Lilia. Lilia's going to make it away here. Is he going down? Yes, he gets taken down by the Ezreal. Meanwhile, Maokai is taking out the turret on the top portion of the map, pushing in to the inhibitor turret on the top portion of the map. Alright, so we have ourselves, it was a great push there by the Maokai, noticing the focus on the split push as his rest of his team was fighting on the bottom portion of the map. That was a good call on his part. Lee Sin wants that next Drake spawning in about a minute. As you can see there, he has pinged out that he wants the Ocean Drake. Misfortune is going to go check on some wardage on it. Clear that out for a team, drop another one. As meanwhile, we still have ourselves the Mighty Mountain hanging out in the top portion of the map, as the rest of the red team looks like they are queuing up and lining up for a shot here at the dragon. Nunu just barely misses the mountain as he is going to run away. The blast gun will keep him nice and safe. Red team is going to throw down some vision. Misfortune spots out Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser gets kicked away by the Lee Sin and gets taken down as the rest of the red team is nowhere near this dragon. It's going to go, sorry, the blue team is nowhere near this dragon. It's going to go to red team uncontested as they are trying to contend with not having an empty inhibitor on the top portion of their map. Alright, Ezreal is going to run away from, Lee Sin is going to try to run away from this one. Lilia is going to, damage is being done here. Red team secures the dragon. Lilia and Lee Sin are back in their 1v1 as Lilia tries to flash away, jumps away. Lee Sin is taking turret damage. Ignite is on him and Lilia takes him down in the 1v1 as Lee Sin did not respect the turret damage that he was taking while he was doing his dive. Meanwhile, Ezreal and Lux are working on the mountain on the top portion of the map. Blue team pings out that they see they are about to have company coming up. Nunu is too far out though. I don't know if he'll make it back in time. He tries to throw a snowball, but Mumu grabs him instead, lets him get hit. Nunu is forced to flash, trying to get away. Misfortune goes for ultimate and takes down the Yeti in a flourish of the... So here we have the Ezreal here trying to get a purchase here with any abilities, trying to hit anything. Maokai throws his ultimate. Yumi throws her ultimate on top of it. It is a 3-person down right now for none on the side of the red team as they are just going to push in on this turret. We're going to work here on the inhibitor turret. It is a 4-man push as Ezreal is the last man left standing, trying to do some damage here. He tries to get away, but the surrender vote comes out. Ezreal just makes it alive before the end there. I thought he was going to go down. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this second game in this best of 2 set. We will join you tomorrow for some Smite action, Thursday for Rocket League. Join us next week for the last week of regular season. Thanks all for watching. Have a great day. Bye.